Rand Paul has endorsed Mitt Romney, and the libertarian world is on fire. Here is, in a nutshell, what Rand Paul said this week.
I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be supporting Governor Romney.
There it is. And that is reason to have him burn in hell. Apparently, according to his father's supporters, that's enough to have to condemn him and say Rand Paul is a sellout, a traitor, a cancer, you name it. They've now said it. Here's just some of the highlights from some of the message boards and some of the posts on any Rand Paul story.
Nothing but a Judas, burn in hell, Rand. You've got shame on you, Rand. You sold out on everything your father stands for money. If there is a hell, you will see it unless you can make up for your actions. Damn you.
I mean, these are some really, they're very kind.
I think they say that with love, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The only thing that makes sense is they must have lured him with a hot woman and then set him up with photographs of the event. Do
you have any neocons we can throw in there?
Oh, those are all over.
He's a neocon.
He's a neocon.
Practicing neoconism.
We do have Ron Paul as Thomas Jefferson, Rand Paul as Benedict Arnold.
Unbelievable. It's really, truly unbelievable. I mean, here is the son of the guy. You don't think father and son chatted about this? You are a supporter of the father, and such a rabid supporter of the father. The father is apparently God. I mean, there is, if I would hear this from Van Jones people, I would understand it. If I would hear it from Barack Obama people, I would understand it. I don't understand it from libertarians. They are, they're in lockstep. Even if Ron Paul violates his own principles, and the biggest one is the earmarks in the 14th district. More earmarks than you can possibly imagine. And he puts them in. If he was against earmarks, he wouldn't put them in. But he puts them in all of the bills. And then he votes against that bill.
Knowing it's going to pass.
When he knows it's going to pass, he puts the earmark in, and then his district gets all of that earmark money. Where is the outrage?
More federal money than almost any other district in the country.
Where is the comment that he said that, his supporters will say about his son? He sold out. What a Judas. He's betrayed all of his principles. He's done it, quote, just for money. Where is that? I've never seen anything quite like it from libertarians. Libertarians are like herding cats. You can't get them on the same page. You know what scares off a lot of people from Ron Paul? Some Ron Paul supporters. Some Ron Paul support, and I say some because they're not like this. There's, like anything else, there's a certain percentage. And this certain percentage is frightening. They terrorize people. There is no compromise. There is no disagreement. There is no other point of view. If you disagree, I agree with Ron Paul on a lot of stuff, but I don't agree with Ron Paul on everything, so I'm a neocon. I'm a danger. If you don't agree with everything Ron Paul says, even his own son is Judas. Now you tell me, who is new to the Senate that's better than Rand Paul? Mike Lee is great. Can you name them? Surely it's Scott Brown, right? Surely it's Rubio, right? If you don't walk in lockstep, you're done. You want to know why libertarians never win? There's your reason. There's your reason. There is no compromise. And I'm sorry, but we as a people are going to disagree on things. You've got to get the big ones done. And you've got to move in one direction. You know what this is? It's the evolution revolution argument. If Ron Paul supporters actually meant evolution, they wouldn't be tearing Rand Paul apart. because evolution means we're taking steps in that direction. Revolution is there is no compromise. You've betrayed the revolution. That's dangerous. That's dangerous every time. And don't take it from me, take it from history. When you start to go down that road, you get into cult of personality, and that's what leads to danger. Whether it's left or right, it doesn't matter. When even my supporters will tear me down when I deserve it. If I have violated something, my own principles, they'll let me know it. They don't let me forget it, nor should they. I wouldn't want them to. It's strange how we are continually dividing ourselves. And it's particularly puzzling from a group of people who have a hard time getting together because they're independent. They're free thinkers. And yet there's a portion of Ron Paulians that are not free thinkers. They just lock step with their leader, even when their leader most likely agrees with his son. I don't know about you, but if my supporters were taking on my son like that, I think I'd take a stand. I think I'd say something about it. But instead, people like Rand Paul will be called spawns of Satan, betrayers of the revolution, betrayers of the republic. This monologue will be vilified. We'll be made into monsters. Even though tonight I'm doing a monologue on the Federal Reserve and the central banking system is a total and complete sham. And you can figure that out with just by answering 4 questions. 4 questions asked and answered, and you see that it is a total scam. You'll see what the federal or the central banks in Europe are doing will not work. It's a complete scam. Now, even though I will come out and say those things, and I'll do a monologue. Oh, I'm the devil. I'm still a neocon. You don't win anything like that, gang. You only head towards revolution. Now, if that's what you want, well, then you can join the Occupy people because you think an awful lot like the Occupy people. And I don't mean in the government is bad. I mean in your lack of willingness to accept facts or differences. Let me show you how the Occupy people just will not look at facts. Just won't look at them. College tuition. Doesn't matter. The bad guy's already there. Doesn't matter what they've done, what they say. The bad guy's already been identified by their fearless leaders. And so that's just it. There's no common sense. There's no deep thinking involved. You just follow your leader. Even though it violates your own principles. You just go with it. Why think for yourself when you can have somebody else do it? Now, I understand this from the revolutionaries on the left. I understand following the leader because that's what communists do. They just follow the leader. That's not what libertarians do. They're skeptical of leaders.